film school, I went back to digging, and I met Paul Getting, and from there we kind of got discussing why don't archaeologists use video.
It's something that had been in my mind for a while, that I wanted to film the process of excavation and add another tier of recording.
At that stage, the Bamburgh research project was just really starting up, so I came along as an experiment to see if, what we could do ourselves, and it turned out we could do a lot.
See the archaeology as it unfolds, as well as to keep a social archive, and hopefully can also be used as an interpretive tool when it comes to write the site up.
Archaeology is just inherently destructive, so any means of adding an additional layer of record to what we're doing is hugely important.
It seemed ludicrous that, in this modern age, that archaeologists aren't using video on every site.
I think as a media student, Bamburgh really offers a range of possibilities.
Now we have a fully fledged media department with students coming here to kind of get work experience, really in an environment where they're kind of working with the cameras and editing equipment and doing all that stuff all the time, which they don't do at college, really. Say there's 200 students at college, they don't actually all get to work on their own individual projects, so here they do.
I found it really good because I wasn't very good at on-the-spot location work, and that's sort of what we do here, so it's given me really good practice.
I think it's really a really nice thing to see people from such different backgrounds, geographically and culturally, getting on so well.
People who are working here and just what we have to film is incredible.
We realised pretty soon that there was enough kind of material there to document in terms of what people were doing, the actuality of their archaeology work, and also the sort of social side and how people interacted on digs.
My name is Sarah Raymond. I'm from Orange County, California originally, and I go to university at Boston University in Massachusetts, where I study broadcast journalism and minor in archaeology. I haven't really done any media work experience except for what I've done at university.
I think one of the best things that the media department offers is a very unique site for media students to do work experience. A lot of media students assume that they just get to do camera work. However, the way the department is designed is when you come here, you can basically speak to the director and say, I'm really interested in animation. I would like to make an animation of this, this, or this. Likewise, if you're interested in journalism or public broadcasting, I'm certain that we'd be able to fit in a project for that.
You don't really necessarily think, when you think of an archaeological dig, you think of maybe people taking photos of things to document it and kind of the written archaeological record, but once you do bring up the fact that it might be useful to have some sort of media thing or some sort of video record of what's going on, I think it is very useful, even if people might not think of it straight off the bat.
Have you worked on any other archaeological projects? Not like this. I've worked at smaller field school in the States and worked commercially in the States, and so nothing like this.
I think when you go somewhere as a camera person or as a sound engineer or whatever, I think you're always going to end up in a place where you have no idea what the story is or what the people are, and it shouldn't really matter. And I think at Bamburgh, as long as you can quickly assimilate what's going on and sympathetically record it, then that really gives you a good starting point for a career in media.
Here, basically, during the days, we just kind of go around to the trenches and kind of doing some sorts of video diaries and just asking people what they're up to, just to make sure there's some sort of video record of the excavation.
So you know exactly what's going on each day and where the action is, sort of thing. And for that, you've got to really kind of work and run about a lot. I mean, it's like get in the field, get out there, and get the footage, because once it's gone, that's it. There's no repeating.
Once you have, somebody taking up cobblestones in trench 1 or something like that, you can't quite put the cobbles back, so it's good to, if you have any questions about that later, to have some sort of, some video archive referring back to it, which could not only help the people who are the directors who are working on the project and making write-ups about what they've found here, but also if people have questions in the future as well.
I suspect in the future generations of archaeologists will love the fact that we've got endless video footage that they can rectify from all manner of angle with computer software we couldn't even imagine at the moment. So yeah, I think it will prove to be a huge benefit.
As a third party looking into the Bamburgh Research Project in the future, you'd be able to investigate not only the archaeological record, but also investigate the archaeologists who had carried out the excavations.
I made contact with an American company called Glacier Films, and I shot a little piece for them for their first feature film, which is called Reclaiming the Blade, which is soon to be released. From there, we sort of developed the idea of actually doing a film about Bamburgh to give an audience a feeling of what it's like to be on a kind of really important dig.